for Mobuzz TV on Thursday, March 23rd, and I am amazed at the versatility of some folks out there.
Hi, girls. This is my very first vlog. I might look like a hairy, chunky, aging porn star, but actually I'm really a 24-year-old surfer dude with a rippled six-pack stomach. Just use your imagination.
The king of the porn world, Ron Jeremy, is getting ready to expose his geeky side, though no one's really sure if he actually has one. On April 5th, he's going to debut as a tech reviewer for the website Heavy.com. The show will be called Tech Smart with Ron Jeremy. But what are Jeremy's credentials exactly? Will a veteran of nearly 2,000 porn flicks have something to say about gadgets and geeky things? Says the spokesman for the site, quote, "That remains to be seen." Pretty gutsy, hiring on name alone, but for a website that caters to 20-something males, Ron Jeremy anything is pretty much a guaranteed sell, I suppose. What would Ron Jeremy's take on this be? It's PC World's list of the top 10 worst PCs of all time. Most are old clunkers from the early days, but not all. The most recent entry on the list is the Dell Dimension 4600 from 2003, whose faulty power supply coupled with Dell's bad customer service made it famous. Also of note are the Apple III, which may still haunt Steve Jobs' dreams, the Commodore VIC-20, whose inclusion totally offended one nostalgic Mobuzzer around here, and the Mattel Barbie computer, which was a computer with Barbie stuff glued to the case. Enough said. Let's leave the past in the past now and look to the future of digital libraries. The French are unveiling the prototype of their contribution to the European Digital Library, a project started in 2005 as a sort of challenge to Google's massive library digitization project. The French component is called Europeana, and the prototype, accessible online, will make available 7,000 French works. Jacques Chirac has urged the project to pick up the pace, though, to reach a target of 100,000 books by the year 2010. 23 major European libraries are already taking part, trying to match up to the Google goal of digitizing 15 million books from 5 of the world's largest libraries. On to a little discussion of intellectual property rights now. Some changes to the EU copyright law are being considered by most to be huge, terrible mistakes. For example, they would shift blame for infringement from end users to service providers, like IT employees could face jail time if their services are used by others to violate copyright. Then it takes a cue from the US Supreme Court's Grokster decision and incorporates punishment for inducing infringement, not just committing it. But it also frees up users to download whatever they want for non-commercial uses, which gets the copyright lobby's pants in a bind as well. So users can download and copy what they want as long as they don't sell it, but your ISP could get nailed for providing you with the means. Yeah? Okay, let's break for video fun for a moment. Now, the Nintendo Wii has been lauded for its incredible user-friendliness. Anyone, no matter how inexperienced in gaming, seems to be able to jump into Wii Sports and have a good time of it. But this is just silly. Over at GameDrift.com, they've got video of a 22-month-old kid rocking Wii Tennis. And the post says the little tyke even managed to figure out how to skip over the instant replays. I don't know if this says more about this child's uncanny intelligence or the Wii's intuitive design, but it's kind of cute. In other game fun, saw a couple of interesting items about the PS3 launch in London. First was that the British police decided to be big party poopers for the planned midnight launch of the console, and they prohibited it from being released in any London store but the Virgin Megastore on Oxford Street. Apparently they were worried about giant, unruly mobs that would be beyond their abilities to control, and about having so many potential robbery victims wandering around late at night. Which is kind of why the second item I saw made me laugh. Shiny Shiny, admittedly writing 30 hours before the launch, reported the underwhelming crowd of 3 people in line at the Megastore, which had set up a campout area for 500. Not exactly the same enthusiasm that accompanied the US launch, but then again, why would you camp out for a day and a half when some stores hadn't even filled their pre-order targets? Well, that's it. Now I leave you with a glimpse of the PS3 fever as we've seen it around here.
everybody.